So, Mr. Shmuel, I have a question that everybody's asking. What is the difference between anti-Semitism and anti-Zionism?
That's a great question.
Mm-hmm.
I really believe that many people, I know that many people say that they're not anti-Semitic, they're just anti-Zionist. They don't like what Israel's doing, occupying, all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Well, first of all, they always talk about the indigenous people. You can't call it Columbus Day because he was an occupier and is a colonist, but it should be called Indigenous Day because the indigenous people were the Indians, but in reality, the Indians were constantly roaming and battling each other. There was no such thing for actually indigenous people because the Indians themselves have been shown to be actually have originated from China during the Ice Age. So they're not the indigenous people, but Israel is the indigenous people of Eretz Yisrael, of Israel, as it says in the Bible, and they've been there for longer than anybody. That's number one. Number two, when they say they're anti-Zionist, but they're not anti-Semitic, I believe that's just a ruse, a false front, because they could say politically, I disagree with Zionism, but I don't have any problem with Jewish people.
Isn't it the same thing?
It's much more incriminating to say you hate an entire race of people than a political decision, because they could say I don't like their policies, but it has nothing to do with their Judaism. But when in reality, I truly believe from my soul that there's a sense that it's popular, that you're part of the crowd if you believe that the Jewish people are the problem with the world, as it has been since the beginning of Judaism, since the beginning of time when they've tried to destroy us in every single generation. Right. Because what I believe is that they hate us because they ain't us. They're jealous of us. And they could say they're anti-Zionist, but in reality it's anti-Semitism because they have no idea. There's so many